Welcome YouTubers. Today I'm going to be doing a review and how to use video with the Hornady Lock Load 1911 Auto Primer Tube Filler. I've been using this for about 6 months now, so I thought it'd be a good time to give a review on what all you get and some of the things I've done. Comes in a package like this. In the package you will receive 2 large primer tubes, 2 small primer tubes. You will receive a tray for large primers, a tray for small primers, a cover for your primers. I'll slide that back over the small primer tray. That works on both trays. You will receive the 1911 primer tube filler tool, which looks like a 1911 handgun. A few things to note on this is for it to work, the shield has to be down and the tab here rotated towards the on position before it'll work. It runs off 2 batteries, and let's open this up here real quick because I don't remember what it takes. It takes 2 AAA batteries. I've been using it for 6 months and I have not had to replace the batteries yet. So the first thing I want to talk about is there's some O-rings that come in the kit. It's going to be kind of hard to see here, but down in this hole right here there's a black O-ring in there. That O-ring makes a tight seal when you insert your primer tray. Some other things I did to help with feeding reliability is I took an X-Acto knife and put a small chamfer up here where the primers come down the little slide and drop into the tube to help with feeding. The other thing I did was I took all my primer tubes, I took them to my deburring machine. We probably won't see them here, to my case neck inside chamfer tool, and I put a chamfer up here on this. It's just some aluminum so it won't hurt the deburring tool. I put a chamfer in there, and that definitely helped get it to feed better. So how this works is you take the tray off, take out a box of primers. In this case we're going to be using some Winchester small pistol. Looks like we got lucky here and all our primers face the same way. You flip the tray over, all the primers are there. If they're not all facing cup up at this point in time, you need to get them aligned as so. You slide the cover over the top. You insert the primer tray into the top of the primer tube filler, rotate it into place, place your tray or your tube into the bottom, make sure it's fully seated, and then cover the top. And I want to see if I can catch these actually going in here. So a few things I've noted is I hold the primer tube up firmly when doing it. So then at this point in time you pull the trigger. I found if you shake the tray while it runs, it tends to help them go. And here you can see them all going in the tube. So every once in a while you get an issue where the primers want to stop feeding. What I do then is slide the tray to the side. It's going to be kind of hard to show, but this primer up in here right on top of the tube doesn't want to feed. So what I do in this case is I use a dental pick, give it a slight tap, and down the tube it will go. So we can close the top back up and go back to filling the primer tubes. Here we have another one that doesn't want to cooperate. I will admit usually it runs better than this, but trying to get the camera angle right and get it to run is kind of a trick here. So we can see we have just a couple left. And just like that, we now have the primer tube filled. At this point in time, I remove my primer tray from the top, pull my tube out the bottom. Let's see if we can get this here. It's kind of hard to see down there, but there's primers that are right to about here. This works great for helping speed up the AP, the Hornady AP press and filling primer tubes. In the past I had done it by manual pickup, and when you're loading 1,000 rounds at a time, that gets kind of tedious and hard on the hands after a while. If you like this video, make sure you click the subscribe button in the upper left hand corner. Once you click that, click on the bell to turn on notifications when I upload future videos. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and let me know what you think of this video. Thanks.